Hi, my name is Cloud Conrad. I'm the founder of New Street Compass. My company provides knowledge, skill, and emotional support for dementia caregivers to help support them in navigating their journey confidently and competently. You may wonder if the signs that you're noticing in yourself or someone else are signs of cognitive decline or simply normal aging. And that's very common because it's normal that we have memory lapses when we age. It's normal that we process information more slowly. It's normal that we can't come up with a word in conversation when we need it, or someone's name at the moment that we really need it. And it's normal for us to lose our train of thought mid-sentence. These are all issues of memory. They're all memory lapse kind of issues. And the problem is that even though they're normal, memory lapse issues are some of the first signs of cognitive decline. So how do we separate what we're noticing in ourselves or in a loved one? Is that normal aging, or is that something that we should be concerned about? Here's a great example. Last night I was watching the news. I thought, it's kind of chilly. I think when the commercial comes on, I'll go upstairs and get my fleece jacket. Continue watching the news. The commercial comes on, up the stairs I go, down the hall I go to my bedroom. I get to the threshold of my bedroom and I wonder, what did I come in here for? And I bet this has happened to you. And I bet you have wondered, is this normal or is this not normal? Let me explain why this happens. The hippocampus, located deep within our skull, is where we form new memories. And essentially, it's cold, I'm going to get my jacket. That's a new memory or a new learning. The hippocampus is in charge of all of our learning, and it's really part of our self-preservation system, providing new memories, wayfinding, and layers of time to our self-preservation. And these are all processes that are heavily dependent on visual data in order to compute. Visual data is what we take in with our eyes, but we actually see what we take in with our eyes in the back of our head. We actually see with the back of our head. It's true. Anyway, visual data, the occipital lobe is where we process visual data, is where we detect form and color and motion and depth. Now, the hippocampus is part of our self-preservation system, as I said, and part of what it does is scan the environment for any kind of threats to our existence so that we can detect them and respond to them and survive. So again, very visually dependent. Self-preservation is very dependent on our ability to process visual data. But the brain can only hold so much visual data at one time in working memory. And so when we're in a room, we've got lots of visual data associated with that room because we're paying attention to threats that may be there. But when we leave that room, as I did when I went upstairs to get my fleece, the further and further away I get from that room, the further and further away I get from the visual data that's encoded that memory. And so by the time I reach my bedroom, none of that visual data is available to me. And that's why I can't remember what I came up here for. I scan the room, I don't see it. I scan the room again. Why do I scan the room? I'm hoping that the object will jump out at me, but oftentimes the object won't. And scanning the room is fruitless because the visual data that was associated with that new memory, I'm called get a fleece, that visual data is not available to me in my bedroom. It's downstairs in the den. So I have to return to the place where I had the memory to have that visual data that's associated with that memory back in my realm in order to remember, oh, right, the fleece. And so if this happens to you, please know that this is normal aging. In my new book, The Dementia Field Guide, I describe all of the signs of cognitive decline and I compare them to normal aging. We will talk about the eight key cognitive functions that are associated with most everything that we do. And we will talk about what those functions are responsible for. And we will also talk about all of the signals of cognitive decline if those brain functions are failing us. The Dementia Field Guide provides tools to help you separate whether what you're experiencing is normal or not normal. And in Appendix A, we have the exact diagram that you see behind me that I've been using in this video to help you identify whether or not what you're noticing is cause for concern. Also in Appendix B is the signals of cognitive decline assessment, where we will probe all 30 of the signals of cognitive decline that we talk about, and you'll be able to quantify to what degree these signs are cause for concern or normal aging. If you would like to know more about the Dementia Field Guide, whoops, it's not a Bible. If you would like to know more about the Dementia Field Guide, please go to dementiafieldguide.com. That will take you to the webpage where you can read more about the book, view the table of contents, and click to purchase. The Dementia Field Guide. My name is Cloud Conrad, and I thank you so much for your curiosity about dementia.